Lennon Bermuda is a fantastic project for the island, and we're really happy to sort of honour the spirit of John by putting together a record and a book that tells pretty much an untold story of his life. Many people in the world do not know that John came to Bermuda. They don't know how he got here. They don't know the incredible voyage that he was on, and 40-foot waves, and how all that made a big impression on him. And he got into writing the songs, of which he wrote Woman, which is an iconic song he wrote for Yoko. I'm Losing You, which was a song that was all about, he couldn't get her on the phone one day, and he was in the house up in Undercliff, in this little area in Bermuda called Fairylands. He was on the phone, and he couldn't get through to Yoko. And so all of a sudden, the angst and the panic of not reaching, and that the song I'm Losing You came to mind for him. What happened is that after 6 weeks he got all this material together that he decided, well, it's time to go make a record. And so he did. And what's really cool about his Bermuda experience is that and the sort of the way the stars aligned is we all grew up here with this drummer that was in one of Bermuda's first rock and roll bands, a guy called Andy Newmarket. And they were, let's go and get the best session players you can. So they got some incredible players, Tony Levin on bass, of course everybody knows he plays a lot with Pete Gabriel. And Andy Newmark was one of them, and Andy got the drum gig. And through Andy Newmark, we reached out to Yoko Ono and said that we wanted to do this tribute to John. And initially, we sort of approached her, there's a million bronze statues of John. That's not what we would really like you to do. Do something that symbolized what he did in Bermuda. Double Fantasy, the flower, what that was all about. So we had it shipped down to Bermuda and installed and unveiled on June 21st, 2012. And then after that, we decided, well, besides having a sculpture, why don't we celebrate John with a record? And our idea was to invite friends that we knew who'd been to Bermuda, some famous artists and also Bermudian artists. So people like Paul Carrick, who'd been to Bermuda and played at the 40 Thieves with Andy Newmark, for instance, Niels Lofgren with the E Street Band, Judy Zook, and so on and so forth. And we put the record together. And then we thought, well, we better do a book. Somebody's got to tell the story. And so to marry the book with the CD and put it together as one sort of piece, you can get them on separately on their own or in a box set. So this box set, which is a beautifully designed box set, Lennon Bermuda, contains a book, CD, and all sorts of information about the artist, beautifully packaged. And that's what it is. And when the record comes out, it's going to be released in England. The physical record is going to be released on April 29th, but worldwide on our iTunes. So people will be able to download on iTunes, order the book off Amazon.com. And then what we also, to sort of put the icing on the cake last year, we had the first Lennon Bermuda Peace Day concert last September 21st. And we're going to do it every September 21st. It's World Peace Day. Who better to represent peace than John Lennon? So it's going to be something we're going to do it again this year.